my childhood growing up was pretty average. I had a brother growing up, and it was just two of us, and we lived in Southern California, and it was pretty average. Played and went to school, and just your average everyday thing.
How many brothers and sisters do you have?
Have now? I have 300 brothers and one older brother. Sorry.
All right. We're just gonna ask you a little bit about what did you like doing as kids? Any hobbies, things you enjoyed?
I love to play with my friends. I love to spend time with my dad. We always used to take family vacations up to Yosemite. We used to camp out every summer.
Super nice. Sure. Can you tell us an embarrassing moment or a favorite story you have from as a kid?
No.
Nothing you used to enjoy doing with your brother?
I'm perfect, so I really don't have any embarrassing moments.
Didn't fall down and skin your knee on your bike or anything?
Is that really embarrassing, Christy, or is that painful? Come on, let's get
into
it.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. All right, then.
Embarrassing moments, let me see. I think this is kind of a personal thing, but one time we were in a state basketball tournament. I was probably about 14 or 15 years old, and so we had just finished playing our last game, and we'd won it and everything, and we were in the shower showering and everything, and it was just a guy showering and everything, and obviously when you shower, you don't have any clothes on, right? And so, you know, you're pretty comfortable around the other guy in the shower, but then all of a sudden my father walks in, and he stands right in the shower doorway, and he's just trying to talk to me and ask me what I'm going to do, and so I'm trying to cover myself with a bar of soap, which isn't working out too well, and that was probably pretty embarrassing for me. My father's in.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome.
Appreciate that. But let's see, what kind of school did you go to? Big school, small school?
High school or middle school?
You can pick.
Okay, my high school is pretty small. There's only 620 students in there.
And this was in
Michigan.
Michigan?
Yeah.
How old were you when you moved to Michigan?
I was 11 years old when we moved to Michigan.
What was your favorite thing to study in high school?
Sciences.
Really?
I love biology. Yeah.
But you guys did recess like everyone else.
In high school we don't have recess. At least in my high school we did.
Where did you go on your mission?
I went to Colombia, South America. Spent 2 years there. I served in a number of different cities and met a lot of cool people.
What did you like best about it?
The very end, when I came home. I don't know, I love learning another language. I think was the best thing, actually.
Good. How'd you like the food down there?
It was different. I ate just about every part of the cow you can ever imagine. Go ahead, ask me something. I'll bet you I ate it.
Did you eat the tongue?
I did.
Oh, how's that?
It was tasty.
Did you know before?
The only thing I didn't know before that I ate it was the udder and what they call morcilla, which is blood sausage.
All right. How about your hobbies? What are your hobbies? What do you like doing now? What's your hobbies?
I like to play golf. I like to play basketball. I like to make people laugh. I think that's the reason.
What about photography?
I like photography too. You know, I took a wedding picture that looks a lot like you.
Really? Yeah. Must have been someone who looked just like me.
Must have been.
Okay. So, can you share with us some more of your talents?
Some more of my talents?
What would you classify as a talent? And obviously photography, I've seen your work. It's very good.
Thank you very much. I do have a gallery opening.
That's another show.
That's another show, yeah.
All right.
Other talents. I can juggle.
That's true.
I can, I don't know, I really don't, I think I can do a lot of things, but I'm not, maybe I really don't excel at one in particular. I can do a lot of different
Very well rounded.
Yeah, there you go. Literally.
So how did you get so well rounded, not the literal sense, in the sense,
Oh, okay.
Are there any influential people in your life?
Yeah, I think a pretty influential person in my life is my father. He pushes me to be better, and he challenges me, and I think challenge is good. It helps you grow.
I agree. All right, now the fun stuff. Now we're going to talk about Jody and Jordan. This is good stuff that you guys all want to know. How did you and Jody first meet?
We first met at like actually meet her the first time I saw her?
Let's do both.
Okay, the first time I saw her was at the apartment I moved into where she lives now. And I just saw her coming out of her house, and I just saw her. She got in her car and left. And the first time we actually met was at work at the Desert Industries. And she'll probably say that I was really rude to her. And I better be safe and say I was pretty rude, and I apologize for that. I'm sorry. But yeah, the first time I was changing my address or something like that for my application.
And what did you think when you first met her? Were you
When
impressed?
I first met her, yeah, I was really impressed. I think she was really on top of things. She knew what she wanted and where she was going.
When did you decide, no, that this was the girl that you were really interested in and wanted to pursue?
I think when I met other girls and I saw maybe, how can I say this without offending anyone? I think she had she was on a higher maturity level, and she really knew what she wanted. She would do anything to get what she wanted. And I think the things that she wanted were good things, I guess. And so she was past all the petty things in life, I should say.
I agree. So if you could name 3 qualities that you love most about her, what would they be?
3 qualities I love most. Her independence. She's really independent. She can get things done herself. That's 1, according to the cameraman. 2 would have to be her openness, the way she gets a point across to somebody. I mean, she can tell anybody anything, regardless of if it's a good thing or a bad thing, and she'll do it in a way that the person can accept it. She's really well spoken, I guess. And the 3rd is her strength, I guess. She's really strong overall.
Okay, I'm impressed. So let's get to the juicy stuff now. When did you guys first kiss? Where and when?
Okay, I can't recall, so let's get to the next question.
Here on the Christy Walter show, we really get down and dirty into the details.
Do you want to shut the camera off, or?
No, let's keep the camera rolling.
Okay, we were in her room, and I'll go ahead and go on a limb here and swallow my pride and say that I didn't kiss her, that she kissed me first. So let's get to the next question.
All right, let's see. Let's skip to how you proposed.
How I proposed.
Kind of a little bit before, too. Tell us how you were feeling before. Were you nervous, excited?
I think it was both. It was a nervous excitement. I didn't know what I was going to do, if everything was going to turn out. But I knew that I had to propose in an original way, something that was really elaborate.
And why is that?
Why is that? Because she would have said no otherwise.
Did she tell you that?
She did. She said she would have said no. She said, I can't propose at the temple, and it has to be something different and exciting.
So tell us what you did.
Okay, I bought a ring. Okay, that's probably the first step. I bought a ring, and then so I planned it out, and I made this little kind of like scavenger hunt where I wrote clues down on paper and stuff like that. The first one was at a tanning salon. Do you want me to tell everything and everything like that?
We'll get your impression of it. We do have a clip. We do have a clip later to show the audience, but right now we want your impression on what happened. So go ahead and tell. Well, go ahead and you don't have to do the details because we have it on tape, but tell us a little bit about it.
Okay. I was pretty nervous because it was kind of elaborate. So I didn't know if everything was going to come together at the end, but it did. I sent her a clue to the standing salon, and then that clue led her to a little place called the Fun Park, and then that clue led her to the temple, and then another clue at the temple led her to her apartment, and that's where I was.
Who did you have? Did you have her sister helping you?
Yeah, her sister was very helpful, and so were a number of her friends.
All right. Well, we do have a little clip now that we're going to show at that. Before we do show the clip, we want to explain that when we were thinking about taping this, we forgot to have Kim drive, which was Jody's sister. So we do have Jody driving, being excited, and in an Infiniti. So in the video, we have Candy Berthrong and I who are taping, following the events, and needless to say, we were always really far behind them. But so it's not as great as we wanted to, but we'll let you have a look at it. All right, back. Hope you all enjoyed that.
Lovely clip. Thank you.
Great. All right. Well, just a couple more questions before we about what you guys have planned for the future.
I think we're gonna have about a dozen or so kids. Oh,
Is this in the...
wrong interview.
Let's say the next year. Where are you living? What are you working?
We're going to be living in Salt Lake. It's right in the Murray, West Jordan area. And she'll be working in a company called Aerotech, and I'll be going to school.
Where are you going to go to school?
I'm going to start at Salt Lake Community College.
What are you going to study?
Criminal justice.
Have you always wanted to do that?
Not always, but for quite some time now. It's been interesting to me.
So when are you going to maybe, have you thought about when you're going to start a family? Or
Not for a while.
get through school and...
Well, maybe not all the way through school, but pretty close. Maybe 2 or 3, probably 3 years.
And how many children would you like to have when it comes to...
What I'd like to have? I would like to have 3.
And Jody?
She wants to have 5. Well, she's not that she wants 5, but she thinks she's going to have 5.
Good. Well, she comes from a pretty big
Family, yeah.
All right. Let's see. Well, I'm sure that you guys are going to have a wonderful life together. You guys are really well matched. And I wish you all the luck in the world. We appreciate you coming today.
I promised myself I wasn't going to cry.
We ran out of Kleenex on the last episode. I'm sorry. Well, we appreciate
Well,
all
thank
your
you very
time.
much for having
Good
me. What
luck.
a pleasure. Oh,
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
This is Christy Walters saying, enjoy your life. Hope you had a great time. See you later. Hi, this is Oprah Winfrey. Sorry. Springer. Christy Walters.
For crying out loud, Cole.
Hi. Good evening. Oh, good morning, So Jordan. Jordan. Sorry.
Oh,
So,
hi.
tell us, how many children would you like?
Children. I'm getting married?
Jordan, this is the interview for Christy Walters.
Yeah, 3 children.
3 children.
Yeah.
So tell us about your childhood.
My childhood, well, you know, I was beaten as a child. I'm adopted from a Mexican family, and
I guess that was a little touching.
it was. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it. It needs to come out in the open. Okay. Next question.
I don't have any Kleenex, but I can give you a rose.
Thank you.
Oh. You got enough to buy.
I can't.
So,
Oh, yeah, I'm just a little bit nervous.
tell us about your past girlfriend.
My past girlfriend? Let me think. That's the one in the mission field. No, she doesn't count though. There was Debbie from that movie I watched tonight. No, let's not talk about that.
Okay. Can you think of any more outtakes? That was our outtakes in case, you didn't understand. Ha ha ha, why? Okay, go.
For what?
You're telling my mom about her apartment, showing us around.
Well, before you now is the bar. No drinks allowed. Huh?
Liar.
And this is our kitchen, since Cole's being a little bit slow. Excuse me, Jordan. Where we have our stove, nice cupboards, our window above our sink, our dishwasher, our bar, our light, our back door. This thing doesn't focus very well. In here, we have our half bathroom. I have to go slow, cause did you take the autofocus off? This is where we taped and where we're gonna put the kitchen table, our nice white floor, our fridge. This is our laundry room where our washer and dryer goes. And we have pantry. This is our family room. I gotta get it from a different angle. Our front door. See? These are our stairs. Cole, will you go turn the lights off in the kitchen for me? This is the top of our stairs. We have a little window. This is our bathroom. And this is our first bedroom where we'll put our closet. We'll put our computer in our spare bedroom and futon if we ever get it. Our hallway into the master bedroom, which I'll take from a different angle, with our walk-in closet. And I'll take a little, here's our little mirror. And then this is our bathroom, nice low lights. The bottom toilet and shower. And this is our house. Now there's our window again. This is our view from outside. They're right on the road, but that's okay. Here we go down the stairs. And back to the kitchen area where Jordan is stealing the game. This is our outside of our townhouse. That's our window. That's our front door. That's the complex. It looks like. That's our side view. That's our car, our mailboxes, the street we live on, and the people across the way.
You better get that checked out. It could be your exhaust. Yeah, the ball bearing, the bearing going